Obsidian Podcast, y'all. My name is Kris. This is my corner of the internet where I talk about all things knitting, spinning, sewing, making, and everything else. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry at Obsidian Brat, and on the making app at Raw Obsidian Knits. What a time. It's been a minute since I have recorded, posted a podcast episode. Thank you for your patience while you wait for an episode to come out. I have been in the trenches of parenthood, mothering things, and I am exhausted. I'm so tired. Zaz is going through a lot of developmental changes, lots of teething, walking, but now learning how to run, scaling furniture, acquiring new language skills. We have lots of sounds, new sounds, like the beginning of a no. I love a little na, and I'm like, ooh, here, it's coming. The no is coming. And just like sleep regression and clinginess, and I'm so tired. And I love being a parent, and I love being mom. There are just days where I'm just like, Jesus, take the wheel. I don't even know how else to put it. It's been rough. So I've had to put a lot of things aside so I can stay fully focused on my kid. And that's okay. It's just, it's a season, a temporary season of challenges. And we're just checking on them because Zaz is sleeping, and this is my time to do things. And usually I'm trying to make something, or working on whips, or eating because I forget to eat sometimes. Cleaning, napping, I don't know. Just trying to take care of me in these moments. And today I have a little bit of additional energy, so that's why I'm recording the podcast. But yeah, life goes on, and that's all I can do. Let's talk about whips. I still have not touched my coat for Roxane. I have not really knit on Jordan's socks. I still have my fiber on the wheel, and I think it's because all of it is the color brown, and it's springtime. I need color. Winter has been so long, and I can't knit another brown thing right now, or spin another brown thing. It makes me feel tired, so I've been doing more color related things because they don't make me feel tired. So with that being said, I have started a Nightshift shawl by Andrea Mowry. And this is including all of the colors that I have picked for the shawl. And like here's a little photo of like my color palette. And in my last episode I talked about the color palette. I showed all of the yarn that I'm using. And this is what I got so far. It's looking so good. I'm really excited about it. I'm super happy with it. It's so squishy. It's so much fun to knit on. I can't put it down. It's my favorite thing to knit on right now. Like, I want this in socks. I want this. I'm gonna knit the shifty sweater. I've decided I'm going to do it because this is just so much fun. I want it in a sweater. And this is my second Andrea Mowry pattern. The last pattern I knit was the Golden Hour shawl, and that was my first colorwork shawl, and I'm hooked. But yeah, it's looking so good. It's so squishy, it's so soft. I'm using a bunch of fingering weight yarns in this. It calls for a worsted weight, but I'm doing fingering weight helm triple. And that's been really nice because it helped me get gauge, and it's looking lovely. And there's a couple of yarns in here that are worsted. I think there's like 2 yarns here that are worsted weight, but the rest is literally fingering weight. Even the green is fingering weight, the main color. But it is looking good. I'm about halfway done. I'm starting the color shifting, and then I'm going to be matching colors together in, I want to say like a fade, but not really a fade. I don't know. But it's been really fun to knit. So there's that. My next whip that is not knitting is I'm doing a cross stitch by Junebug and Darlin. And it's the Chill Vibes Only cross stitch. Here's a picture of it. And it's really cool. I got the PDF download, and I'm using I got like a big pack of economy embroidery floss, and it's not great embroidery floss, but I need to use it, so I'm using it for this. So here's the start of my Chill Vibes Only cross stitch. I'm using the needle minder that's magnetic from Junebug and Darlin. It's got vintage fabric. On the opposite side, my little hoop butt, my needle is on this side because that's where I ended my stitch. And it just hangs out. It's super nice, super handy. If you haven't tried any of Junebug and Darlin patterns, cross stitch patterns, or even if you don't do cross stitch but you want to get into it, I highly recommend buying one of the Junebug and Darlin kits. A few years ago, I went to Crafty Wonderland in Portland. I got to meet Zoe and say, hey, what's up? I haven't done cross stitch in years, I should say. And I already knew how to do it. I knew my way around it, but I just wanted something fun to do. So I picked out this Take Time to Heal cross stitch pattern with these beautiful French knots for the Queen Anne's lace. And French knots are super easy first and foremost, but if you don't want to do them, you can just do the regular cross stitch. And I got the kit, and the kit includes the embroidery hoop, this really high quality Aida cloth DMC embroidery floss, and like super detailed instructions. So if you're not into trying to go off of a PDF and figuring it out, you have everything in the kit. And this is one of the kits that you can get. I think it's still available. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on it. But this was really fun. I definitely have purchased, I think, 4 other PDF versions of the designs from Junebug and Darlin that I plan on using my embroidery floss for. But I can tell, I mean, I don't know if you can tell the difference, but like, first of all, it's like this Aida cloth is super natural on the Take Time to Heal one, and this Aida cloth that I'm using for my Chill Vibes Only is like really stiff. It's from just like Walmart, like whatever brand from Walmart. And the embroidery floss is also from Walmart, just like weird cotton. But like you can tell just by looking, I don't know if you can like see it close up, but like there's like a very distinct difference between like the quality of the embroidery floss. It's if you work with it, you can definitely tell. But I don't know. It's just the quality is different. You can tell it's different. I definitely want to buy another kit specifically because there's like wonderful high quality Aida cloth. I know you can buy it online somewhere, but you know, I want to use what I have, and I don't have a whole lot of money to be going out and buying craft supplies these days. So I'm just making do with what I have, having a lot of fun with this cross stitch. Yeah, it's really great. Really great stuff. Highly recommend Junebug and Darlin for all of your cross stitch needs, especially if you're a beginner and you just want something really cute, like really cute, to go on your wall or to gift to somebody. Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah, and then I guess like other whips, I've started painting again, and I'm gonna like do this little flash. So I'm doing some like weird abstract organic shapes painting, and it's been really fun to do. Pull out my sketchbook and paint again. Definitely gonna be finding frames at the thrift store to frame these in. Maybe I'll sell them simply because it's just fun to do. We'll see. I'm trying to like, you know, side hustle because things are just wild right now, for me personally. But yeah, I've been doing a little bit of this and that. This one I started outlining and I decided I hated it, so I'm gonna try to fix this up. But I also did the same thing with this abstract shapes, some gold metallic paint. And what I've been using is literally like, I just picked up, of course, at Walmart. I had gotten, you know, there's like the really cheap like apple barrel acrylic paints, and I just got like the primary colors, black and white, and I'm just doing, you know, using color theory to make all the colors that I want to use. And then I got this Deco Art Dazzling Metallics paint, acrylic paint, and it's in Glorious Gold. Yeah, and this is just, you know, accent stuff, and I'll probably get like silver and maybe like copper or something because they're fairly like, they're like $1 or something. These are like 58 cents at Walmart, but I just have my primary colors and mix away, and I don't need like tons of different paints. Just have like my little set, and then I have color palettes that I picked up from the Dollar Tree, and these were $1, so I got like 6 of them. I think this one's like accidentally layered. There's another one under there. I think you can just like, if you really wanted to clean them out, just like leave alcohol in the little cups, and then the paint just comes right up. Super easy. Yeah, so I've been painting, which has been really nice. Yeah, those are my whips. Many different forms, multi-medium whips. let's talk about finished objects. So, I finished my Harper Tunic by Elizabeth Suzann Studio. Here it is. I don't know if you can see it really well. I love it because there's this big giant pocket, and I put it on the side that I don't usually carry Zaz on. Carry her on this side, but I did the long sleeve version using some fabric that I acquired from our local fabric store. It's called Clyde's. It's a little on the pricey side, but that's to be expected. But yeah, it's looking really nice. I used some canvas ribbon for a tag, and it's just really oversized, really comfortable, cool. The pattern was really easy to follow. I didn't really hit much snags. I think the only thing that gave me trouble was the collar. Anytime I do a neck facing, it's usually really good, but this neck facing gave me some trouble, and I don't know if it was the instructions or the execution of it. I don't know, but it gave me a little bit of trouble. But I learned something, and I might try my hand if I make another one next time. I might do bias tape instead. We'll see. I really want to make another Harper tunic out of flannel or fleece to make it extra cozy for the winter. Yeah, so that's one finished object. And then my other finished objects, I've been doing a lot of polymer clay. I'll insert photos of my springtime clay stitch markers that I made. And then I also did a run of black and pink. And usually I don't do things like black and pink. I think the only reason why I did it was because I wanted to experiment with starkly contrasted colors with like a texture element. So with the black and pink, I tried to emulate stockinette stitches and see how that would play with different colors. And yeah, and then I also did just like another like background, like a marbled, using the leftovers from cutting out stitch markers. I ended up with a black and pink marbled background with little loop-de-loops on it and cut those out. Then I glazed some. It wasn't too hot on the glaze. And so I have other ones that are just matte polymer clay. And I will probably end up listing those for sale on my Ko-fi. I just have to like figure out, you know, the logistics of opening up a Ko-fi store. I really want to avoid Etsy. And I don't have a website. I mean, I have a blog, but like not like a hosted web shop, and so using my Ko-fi is probably what I'm going to be doing for sales of some of my art stitch markers, possibly earrings and hair clips. So keep your eyes peeled. Those are my finished objects. Let's go on to acquisitions. So I think a while ago I had showed y'all a just rundown of my Clyde work pants that I made. They had lovely crescent pocket that were very big, lots of pocket real estate for those pants. And there is and that's from Elizabeth Suzann Studio. And there's also Clyde Jumpsuit that is a play on the work pants. And it's cool because it's a full body jumpsuit. and you can wear it with a t-shirt, without a t-shirt. You can layer with it, all kinds of stuff. And so I decided I wanted to make a Clyde jumpsuit for when I go for the summer, and also for when I go to Southern California. I want to have something fun and easy to wear that isn't like a pain in the butt to style. So I picked up this pastel pink fabric with a bunch of green, teal, black, and a darker pink confettied triangles on it. And I got this for $15 for about 3.5 yards, which is about what I need for my jumpsuit. I just need to wash this fabric and then proceed with printing out the pattern and cutting the pieces out and going through the whole nine. But I'm excited about making it in this because it is absolutely outrageous. I don't know why I have this like new obsession with pink. I used to hate it so much as a teenager, and now I'm just all about pink. I mean, like, everything that I get now is like pink. My planner's pink. One of my coffee mugs is pink. My MacBook is like that rose gold pink color. It's ridiculous. Yeah, so pink. Those are my fabric acquisitions. And last but not least, I got the Spinner's book of yarn designs, and I had heard from a bunch of different podcasters that I watch that this is such a good book to have, especially if you're a spinner or if you're new to spinning. It's very resourceful and has so much good information. So I found out that my local yarn store, Rebel Woolworks, had 2 copies in stock, and so instead of ordering it on Amazon, I marched my little butt down and I picked up this copy, and it was super great. I think I paid like about $30 for this book. It's hardcover. You literally have like so much information here about spinning basics. What else? The difference between S and Z twist, how to measure balance, how to process your yarn using a drum carder, using a hand carder, different ways, different designs of yarn you can try dabbling in. And then it also has reference cards in this back envelope, and it has for instance the S and Z twist that you can reference to, and also how to measure the balance or the twist angle, ways to ply, what your ply should look like, different ways of yarn designing, how it should look, etc. But this book is so cool. It's so cool. And I'm really glad, like, I have yarn fluff on my face. I really enjoy this book. It's been really nice to have. And so I can't recommend it enough to anybody else who spins or wants to spin. Pick up your copy. I don't have a link for it. I'll find a link for it. But, yeah. Yarn design. Other than that, that is it for this week. Once again, I am so grateful for everyone and your patience while I just find the balance yet again in this parenting journey. It's been a time, you know, Mercury is in retrograde. We just had a lunar eclipse in Scorpio. The world is a massive ball of turmoil, and you know, we all just, you know, it's important to acknowledge that, but also, you know, there are positives to life and we can shake it off and move on. And that's kind of like my mentality, is just breathe through, shake it off, move on, find the joy wherever you can. And so making and this podcast have been my joy, as well as spending time with Zaz, also my joy. So with that, happy making, everybody, and I will see you in my next video.